My mother-in-law was having a heart attack. My husband, a top cardiac surgeon, was the only one who could save her. I didn't call him for help. I just stood there and watched, my eyes cold, as she took her last agonizing breath in front of me. In my last life, when she had this heart attack, I called my husband immediately. He accused me of being a jealous, manipulative wife, faking an emergency just to drag him home. He refused to come. She died in the hospital. And when my father-in-law demanded to know why, my husband swore I had never called him, pinning the entire blame for his mother's death on me. The father-in-law, consumed by hatred, stabbed me to death. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on that very day. Eva, Dr. Chen is the only one who can perform this surgery. You have to get him here now. If he is not here within the hour, she is not going to make it. When I came to, my mother-in-law Helen was already on the hospital bed, her breath shallow and ragged. The situation was critical. On instinct, I pulled out my phone and started to walk away, but after 2 steps, the image of my father-in-law butchering me flashed through my mind. I hadn't died after the last stab wound. I remember looking down, my stomach a bloody, mangled mess. A shiver ran down my spine. My husband Liam loves to dodge responsibility, doesn't he? Well, not this time. The phone rang for what felt like an eternity before he finally picked up. What is it? Liam's voice was sharp with annoyance. My own voice trembled, thick with unshed tears. Liam, it is your mom. She has had a heart attack. We're at your hospital. And the head nurse said you are the only one who can do the surgery. You have to come, please. There was a pause, then his tone turned cold with fury. Eva, are you serious right now? I take Winona to the mall for a few hours and you pull a stunt like this. You are using my mother's life to score jealousy points. Have you lost your mind? No, I am not. I whimpered. She is really Liam, honey. I don't feel so good. A sweet, delicate voice cut me off. Winona, are you okay? Liam's voice instantly shifted to panicked concern. He didn't forget to hiss a final threat into the phone. Eva, I hope you are happy now, and you better stop cursing my mother with these fake illnesses, or I swear to God, you'll regret it. He hung up. I looked up. The faces of the emergency room staff around me were a mixture of awkwardness and pity. I offered them a helpless smile. Last time, I'd rushed out of the room to make the call, trying not to upset Helen further. But when everything went to hell, Liam, terrified of the hospital's reprimand and his father's wrath, denied I had ever contacted him. This time, I made sure to make the call in front of everyone. I needed witnesses, but that wasn't enough. I hit redial once, twice, 3 times. On the 4th try, the call wouldn't go through. He'd blocked me. I leaned over Helen's bed. Mom, just hang on. Liam wouldn't just leave you. She was still conscious. As I said those words, her monitor shrieked, the lines going haywire. The doctors and nurses jolted into action, a chaotic ballet of desperation. The head nurse pulled me out of the room, her face grim. Eva, her situation is deteriorating rapidly. I don't care how you do it, but you need to get Dr. Chen here now. But he won't answer my calls, I cried, my voice thick with panic. Then try someone else's phone. Disappeared back into the room, leaving me alone in the hallway. Simone, Elsa's phone. I borrowed phones from 2 different nurses. Both times, as soon as Liam heard my voice, he hung up. The head nurse had given me a direct order. I had to find another way. Wiping my tears, I opened the app for the city's biggest live streamer, a guy who ran a channel called HelpForce Live. I sent the biggest virtual gift they had. A moment later, I was live with him. Hello HelpForce, I began, my voice choked with sobs. I am just a regular person, but I am in a terrible situation. My mother-in-law has had a sudden heart attack, and Dr. Liam Chen is the only surgeon who can save her, but he won't take my calls. He is at the city center mall right now. If anyone sees him, please tell him to get to St. Jude's Hospital immediately. His mother only has about 40 minutes left. I finished, my whole body shaking, and sent the streamer a photo of Liam. The streamer hesitated. Ma'am, I understand you are upset, but doctors have private lives too. We can't just ambush him because you say it is an emergency. This could be a serious invasion of his privacy. So, before he could finish, the head nurse burst out of the ear again. Have you reached him? She is worse than we thought. I shook my head, my heart sinking. That man is completely unreliable, she muttered. Just then, another nurse poked her head out. Charge nurse, patient is in cardiac arrest. Get the crash cart, cardiac arrest. The words hit me like a physical blow. I stood frozen for a long moment. Then, as if waking from a trance, I bolted for the elevators. I stabbed the button for the top floor. The hospital's CEO and all the department heads were in the middle of a board meeting. When I threw the door open, the room fell silent. Every eye turned to me. I spotted Liam's boss, Dr. Peterson, the head of cardiology. I ran to him and dropped to my knees. Dr. Peterson, please, you have to save my mother-in-law. She is dying in the ER. His face darkened. Isn't there a doctor in the emergency room? Why have you come all the way up here? Dr. Peterson, I am Liam Chen's wife, I sobbed. The doctors down there said only Liam can perform her surgery, but he can't make it. Your skills are legendary, please. You are the only one who can save her now. Hearing my story, the CEO gave Dr. Peterson a nod. He agreed to go down and assess the situation. When he heard the full story of my unanswered calls, Dr. Peterson let out a string of curses. Has Liam lost his mind? He has always been a bit of a flake, but to abandon his own mother. Don't you worry, I'll call him myself. He pulled out his phone, trying to reassure me as he dialed. The call connected almost instantly. Dr. Peterson's voice was granite. Liam, I don't care where you are or what you are doing. Get back to the hospital now. Your mother has had a massive heart attack, and you are the only one who can operate. Liam's voice on the other end was incredulous. Dr. Peterson, you've got to be kidding me. She even dragged you into her little drama. Sir, I really can't come back right now. Please don't fall for her act. You have no idea what this woman will say when she is jealous. I know my mother's health. I listened to her heart this morning myself. It was perfect. She used to pull this stunt all the time to get me home. I am not falling for it again, and with all due respect, neither should you. I have to go. He hung up before Dr. Peterson could get another word in. Dr. Peterson's face was a thundercloud. He tried calling back, but the phone went straight to voicemail. Liam had turned it off. Son of a bitch, the normally mild-mannered director snarled, his knuckles white around his phone. Is that man even human? Just then, the streamer's voice came from my phone. You heard it here, folks. It is real. This is not a drill. If you are in the city, keep an eye out for Dr. Liam Chen. We need to get him to St. Jude's. I'd completely forgotten the live stream was still running. Everything Dr. Peterson's call. Liam's callous dismissal had been broadcast to the world. When I looked at my screen, the viewer count had jumped to 30,000. The chat was flying. OMG, I was about to roast this chick for being a drama queen, but holy crap, what a plot twist. This guy has serious issues. His mom is dying and he is out with his side piece. I want to punch him through the screen. Seeing that comment, I quickly cried out, please, don't hurt him. Then I handed my phone to Dr. Peterson and knelt on the floor, facing the camera, everyone watching. Please, I am begging you, help me find my husband. My mother-in-law has always been so good to me. I can't just watch her die. Liam, if you are seeing this, please come back. If you save your mother, I'll do anything you ask. I slammed my forehead on the cold, tiled floor over and over again. The raw desperation of the act brought tears to the eyes of the nurses around me. What kind of scumbag makes his wife beg like this just to save his own mother? Someone muttered, but the performance was for nothing. Half an hour later, Helen was gone. As they wheeled her body to the morgue, the head nurse patted my back. Don't blame yourself, she said gently. I collapsed into her arms, my voice raw with grief. She is gone. I don't have a mother-in-law anymore. Her own voice was thick with emotion. You did everything you possibly could. Eva, a familiar voice cut through my haze of sorrow. I looked up and saw my father-in-law, Arthur. Arthur had just driven in from their country home, still covered in dust and dirt from the fields. As he walked toward me, I saw the ghost of the man from my last life, the man with the knife. I instinctively took a step back, but this time he just reached out and gently stroked my hair. I heard the broadcast on the way here. After everything Liam put you through, you still fought so hard for her. Thank you, Eva. I nodded, my expression a mask of grief. Inside, a wave of relief washed over me. I'd gotten away with it. Arthur went to the morgue to see his wife. The moment the white sheet was pulled back, his legs gave out and he crumpled to the floor. Helen, my love, why couldn't you wait for me? Why didn't you let me see you one last time? He wailed. And that ungrateful son of ours. He is the one who killed you. Arthur and Helen had a deep, twisted kind of love. They'd married for passion, not arrangement. But neither of them was a saint. When they were young, Arthur had been so obsessed with her that he jumped into a river to force her to marry him. And Helen, who had been in love with someone else, was never faithful after they wed. One was dangerously obsessive, the other perpetually restless. Their life was a cycle of explosive fights. After each one, Helen would storm off to the city to stay with Liam, where she would spend her time criticizing me. She thought a simple accountant like me was lucky to have landed a brilliant surgeon, and she was the one who had introduced Liam to the beautiful and accomplished Winona. She never imagined she was digging her own grave. Arthur said he wanted some time alone with his wife, so I stepped out of the morgue. I was about to sit down and catch my breath when a voice barked my name. Eva Chen. A shiver of pure terror shot down my spine. In my past life, Arthur's attack hadn't killed me immediately. Liam had found me, bleeding out. I begged him to take me to a hospital, but he was afraid I'd tell the police what his father had done. Instead, he pressed a towel over my face and smothered me. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he killed me. Vicious. Final L. Liam. My legs turned to jelly. What the hell is wrong with you? He shoved his phone in my face. The video of me begging and banging my head on the floor was playing. Are you addicted to making a scene? Humiliating our family in front of the entire city wasn't enough for you? I shook my head. That is not what happened. Bullshit. Do you have any idea what I've been through today? People are calling Winona a homewrecker, screaming at us in the street, forcing me to come here. Are you happy now? He backed me into a corner. You said my mother was dying. So where is she? I didn't see her in the ER. I pointed a trembling finger toward the morgue behind me. He still didn't believe me. Oh, perfect. First, you lie about a heart attack, and now you are pretending she is dead. Fine. You are coming in with me, and if I don't find a body, I swear to God, you and I are finished. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me inside. The moment we were through the doors, he started shouting, Mom, where are you? The joke's over. Honestly, why would you go along with this crazy woman's scheme? Do you know how embarrassing this is? His tirade stopped cold when he saw his father. Liam frowned. Dad, what are you doing here? Don't tell me Eva tricked you into coming too.